Greetings, my excellent friends. Today, I suppose, we will do the actual paths as they are presented instead of saying no 6 times in a row. But the first thing that we need to determine is which of those paths we want to see. Because obviously we will see all of them in due time, but which one do we want to see first? Because we could go in there, vive la révolution, and stab her. Or we could chop her hand off and try to free her again and move on with that. Or we could lock her in the basement. Well, we barely heard the voices. The only voice we really got to know was the voice of the Contrarian, and we're not going to do him again because that's the only path that we actually played out. As funny as it would be to just do that again and frustrate everybody, I'm not that rude. That is true, we never left the dagger behind, but the thing is, should we wait for that one? You know what I mean? Like, should we... If we leave the dagger behind, what we'll most likely do is start a new branch altogether. Which is nice, but once we've done that a time or two, then we'll be forced to always be repeating. So I would say the first thing we should do is repeat one of the ones at least, if not two. Just so that we can get some of the skipping out. It won't take very long to skip through one of the ones we've already done. I would say if we want to do it funny, that the most opposite, if we think about it, like, this is the start of a brand new cycle, right? Last time, the first thing we did with the cycle was we completely rejected the premise and walked away. So perhaps the funny thing to do this time would be to completely accept the premise and just fucking kill her. Just do the Viva la Revolution, like Wombush said, to do that at the beginning of the next stream. We did it yesterday, but the only reason I did it yesterday was because I was running out of options. I didn't have any other choice. I could have left the knife behind, but other than that, and I didn't want to leave the knife behind because I'm like, that seems like a major branch, and I'm trying to preserve that for like my rationale in the ones that I did yesterday was to try and always repeat as much as I could before I was forced to diverge. So we could just rah! And there is something we can test with that version too, because we were given the choice between killing ourselves and not. I don't know what happens if you don't. So we could test that out as well while we're in there. That might just be like it was with the game crash, because if it's just spend eternity waiting, like, that might amount to nothing, but I'm interested enough to want to investigate it. So, yeah, we have to hit new game now, which is curious. But it makes sense, because I know this engine. I've played a visual novel or two in this engine before. And yeah. It's great for branching paths, but it couldn't do the cycles. Like, a full reset literally is just an entirely new
You're on a path in the woods.
Man, we're going to hear that a
At the
lot.
end of that path, you're here to slay her.
All right. Sweet. I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Vive la révolution!
That's the spirit.
See how much
You
quicker
make
it
your
was when
way
you
up
do it
the
like
short
that.
path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Yes, skip does seem to exist, but that's normal as well. This engine's skip function is pretty much the same in any game you'll play on it. It is an internal memory file that is like, oh, you've done that before at some point in your journey, we will unlock the ability for you to skip. Are you able to... I think there's a setting that lets you... Yeah, you can skip unseen text if you want. Like, you can override it and be like, just always let me skip. I wouldn't recommend that, but you can.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will
Steal.
do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to listen to a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
What's interesting is there were so many other fucked up things in that alternate version. Like, not just the mirror. But there was a lot more things. There was like a curtain.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Still find it strange that we didn't bring the... Like, why do we need to rely on the existence of the blade in the cabin?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
No talking. Only slay.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
When have I ever stopped in this run?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No talk. Only stab.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I have a knife and you have skin.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Yeah, why didn't they give me a machine gun?
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Oh, we got a lot of options here when it's the new one. Huh. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade. You can drop the blade even now. So when your options are all open, there's actually quite a number of ways to branch it. I do find that interesting. Don't don't know that I need all the old saves anymore, do I? Maybe. I'll use my new empty slots until I run out of them, but... What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? No, no talking, no hesitate, only stab.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Well, you say that, but I did spend like 3 minutes before I clicked the button.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
We did know about 2 of these branches. We had presumed that they were she has a knife or she's punching you. Yes, okay.
Oh,
There's a weird implication there that, by... Like, she only has a knife if we believe she does? Like, that, what, how is that a factor?
this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course not, that was too easy. I'm not sure, she has to have some kind of trick. Of course it is, she's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
She's dead if we say she's dead.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Like, this does imply that we have some sort of cognitive control over the situation, which could mean that this is some kind of dream or... Like, there's a lot of, I guess, cliche directions this could go. It could be a purgatory punishment or a hell loop kind of... a Luciferian hell loop, one might say, or... some kind of mindscape in which we are God, or in which the narrator is God. It could be that he has the power in this scenario, and it's less a matter of us thinking something into being the truth and more us stating our thoughts and him working that. Probably isn't her, given what happens here, but it still could be.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Because we have. It's fine, though.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad.
I'm not going to,
But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
The reason why I'm not skipping, even though we did all of this yesterday, is just to remain observant. I don't like the skip feature because there's not a lot of fine control over it. What I prefer is to just hammer the enter key and let messages that I don't feel the need to listen to pass. I'm listening to them for now. I'll stop listening to them once we're on successive goes, but for now it's... You think the narrator is less powerful than you are in some respects. True, though he does take over our arms at one point. He's got something.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Perhaps we are severely mentally ill. Let's leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Now this could be interesting, because if the next step is different, that means that what we saw last time was a result of what we were doing.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Oh, okay. I'll save here in case I want to go back and check something, but... Oh, okay.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just going to stay here forever, right?
We could try. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Was the princess really dead, or did we just tell her that she was? If we accept that what people say goes, then we're happy. Nah, we're happy. I'm sure of it.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Good ending. You did it. You saved everyone. That's what they mean. That's what they mean by the good ending doesn't... Okay. That's what they mean by the good ending doesn't count. Right. Now we've moved to a primary school kid who isn't an art student. That's beautiful, though. I like that it's a pink love heart that's been stabbed, and she almost looks happy about it. I guess because this is the happy ending. Yeah, no, that was a Steam achievement. That says the good ending. You did it. You saved everyone. 25% of people have this. You can only get this from the first round. So what does that mean? Like if I mean, I guess it's the first round again. If I tried to do this later, it wouldn't have worked. I mean, I almost did. Last time I attempted to. Oh, okay, so we should probably reload. And die. That, I think, would be faster than doing it again. How did I do that? Alright. Doing everything I can to get non-standard endings is If there is a third one out there, I will probably find it next. Oh, but this is interesting, though, because if you get this... If you had gotten this first, you would have no idea that it even loops. Very short game. Don't know how it made so much money. It's another song. Wait, this one doesn't say our song. This one says your song. Ah. Curious. The princess, the world ender, eternal bliss. Yeah, you did it! I never met jack shit. Yeah, no, I think, I don't think I lose anything by reloading here as opposed to starting again, right? Because it's fucking over. I've got the achievement. The game's not going to forget that I did it. That's bullshit! Let me out of here!
What's done is done, and there's no going back now.
Sure there is. I can die.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. Psst.
Hell no, do you have any idea how to get this fuck out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
I don't like most of what I've been told to do lately.
The blade. I can hear everything you say, little voice. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. Do you not? There's more for us to do. Don't you dare.
Anything to get out of this hell?
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
To be fair, if you'd put some entertainment devices in the little room, I'd probably be alright with it. Or made the little room a bigger room. There's no bed, mate. And there's no toilet unless you're telling me that this extra-dimensional space freezes the bladder. But, there's no food either. I'm going to starve.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2, The Spectre. So we're going to run into Commander Shepard.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
But I killed myself! What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Okay, this voice of the psycho is what we've got for this run. Voice of the cold.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
What's important is that hers is in the right place. Anyway, let's leave. Can you imagine if I just kept doing that over and over again? If I just streamed this game for 6 weeks and I just kept leaving until everybody left me. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Well, I decidedly didn't fail.
It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying. Just stay focused, will you?
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Last time around, I stabbed her in the heart and she died. How can someone like that end the world? Right, because this version of the player has never seen her do anything weird.
She just can. You'll have to trust that what I'm saying is true.
I think what's a little frustrating about this is that a lot of these questions for the narrator are the same because it's, you know, a similar, like, scenario. But I'm going to want to explore all of them every single time because we're going to have a different voice talking. And those are what changes it up. If anything, the world ended after I slew her. When I tried to leave, everything was gone. Well, that's different, yeah, at least.
That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round. Yes, maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. And now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end. But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all. You're going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here. And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I promise. Well, that's exactly what we're afraid of. Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, there's no use arguing over your masochism. The cabin awaits.
Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods.
Damn it. Don't overcomplicate things. What is it? If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay? Yeah, see, this is familiar.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course we're special.
You're being cagey, what aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. This is boring. He's clearly not interested in talking, so let's just do as he says, and maybe he'll stop bothering us. Great, now if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Alright, cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Don't
believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
Into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Nah, Mirror's back.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
Uh-huh.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
She's gonna be a fucking ghost. This chapter is called The Spectre. She's gonna be a fucking ghost. Because we've seen a lot of chapter names, but I haven't actually seen what the princesses are like. But in the one where we freed her, the chapter was called The Prisoner. In the one where we never met her, the chapter was called The Stranger. The names are her. In the one where she, in the one where we locked her away, she sort of burst through as this horrible creature. And then the next chapter was called The Nightmare. And the one where we kill her, the next one is called Spectre. There's also one called The Adversary, which I guess is going to be one in which she's incredibly hostile to you. And I remember one being called The Tower, but I don't... Other than the Arcana card, I don't know what that could refer to, unless she's going to be 10 feet tall. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess.
The adversary was when you got into a long, drawn-out fight to the death. Right. The question is, does she remember shit? Because if she does, then that would explain why that would lead to a very adversarial next... We'll find out, right? But, yes, I think the names of the chapters are the state of the princess. I don't know what the prisoner implies for her state of being, except that, the focus that we applied to that previous route was on freeing her from her prison. And we couldn't, so maybe... You know that scene in Monkey Island 1 in the cannibal village? Where you break out of the cannibal's prison, and every time you come back, the door gets stronger? Until eventually it's like a sci-fi metal door. That's my guess. But we're not on the prisoner, we're on the Spectre, so we'll have to... let's do the prisoner next, because I want to find that out. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous Second Life proposition. I've never played Second Life. Never appealed to me. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't slayed the princess.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Hey, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement and find her body, so we can be done with this.
Care about whether I'm being lied to.
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Look at the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Well. Again, there's the choice of the blade. Probably a good idea to make a save here, because that... Unlike the Chapter 1 one, it'll take more work to reach this point, but we'll still take it, because we've got the cold-blooded mindset here.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
There's no use keeping her in the cabin if she can do that.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
I don't remember seeing a dead version of her when we did that split path. But I guess that would... We've only ever interacted with it on the initial chapter 2. Yeah, and this is the initial chapter 2 again. That's true.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
It's gonna keep on branching. Well, you know, we did start this playthrough by saying Vive la Révolution. That said, I don't expect this to actually work because she's made of wisp.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
It's a little odd that it's an X-shaped scar because we didn't stab her twice crossways. Where'd the other break come from? Or is that just how the skin does it when it's pierced like that?
You're adorable when you're confused.
Well, she can't be any angrier at us than she was from the first stabbing. It'll be fine.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Right, that's not a good face.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Well, there's a voice in my head that seems to think I've never been here before. Also, you weren't here in the cabin before. Your body was, but you weren't. If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. Of course I attacked you. You're supposed to end the world. That's why I killed you last time, too. You're dead. Well, he's mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? What do you want from me? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts? Slay the princess harder! I gotta have the conversation. This is weird. I died too. I'm not floating around. What?
You don't look dead, Killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
Fucking incredible question. What can you even do to hurt me? Hello, I'd like a demonstration, please. Ah! You threatened me last time. Stop playing the victim.
Well, yeah, you brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
That knife could have been for anything.
It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer, especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you.
And if I knew you were going to murder me without even knowing who I was, I wouldn't have given you the chance. We all make mistakes.
She likes her voice changer. Of course I attacked you. You're supposed to end the world. That's why I killed you last time, too.
So, that's where the hostility comes from. I don't know where you got that idea.
Well, were you going to end the world? Would you, if you could?
Well, killer, what does it mean for something to end anyway? You ended me, but I'm still right here in front of you, aren't I? You apparently ended, too. Yet here you are, and you don't even look any different.
After seeing what you've seen, how can you be sure anything ends?
I see her point. Everything here is so impermanent, always shifting. The end of one thing just leads to the start of another.
Things end. Things have to end. This sentence just ended.
Oh, come on. I'm floating right in front of you. Still here despite your best efforts. You can't pretend that doesn't mess with the whole concept of ending.
It's a yes or no question. Do you want to end the world?
I already gave you my answer. All I want to do is leave. All I want to do is stop feeling trapped. I couldn't give a damn about the world. I can't even remember what it's like.
I do enjoy that they've had the voice actor do every single sentence here twice, but one as a breathy whisper.
I think that's all the answer we're going to get out of her.
This one I will save first. You're dead. What can you even do to hurt me?
A boring question with an easy answer.
Nah, mate.
Nothing.
Nah.
She's dead.
Nah.
Dead things can't hurt us.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, ye of the hubristic. Soon to reach the FO part of the journey.
That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out.
Look, I've died before. I'm pretty sure if I die again, we'll just be at chapter 3.
Who's to say, really?
I don't like the uncertainty here. I don't know what to do or who to trust.
What do you want from me?
I want you to make things right. I want you to set me free.
This place won't let me leave, but you seem to come and go as you please. So help me out. Let me in. And maybe all of this can be water under the bridge.
That seems like a bad idea.
You owe me.
Maybe we should have just left her here. Maybe we should still just leave her here. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? Hasn't gotten out and can't get out are two very different things.
It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
That's what I thought.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
What is your suggestion right now, narrator? Because your go-to solution for everything doesn't currently seem to be doable.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Well, get her to meet the narrator. That would be fun.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
What if I say no?
Try it. See what happens.
Don't like how she said that. It sounds dangerous.
Is anything dangerous if we can never really die?
Look, you and the princess clearly have a history, and that history clearly involves death. But aside from some horrifying implications, I don't care what's already happened between the two of you. And you don't know that you can never really die. Maybe you could only come back once. And even then, there are fates that come close to death in their terror.
What a strange thing to say. Isn't the turn of phrase, fate's worse than death?
There are no fates worse than the finality of death. Anyone who says otherwise is a fool.
He's strongly opinionated about a few things. Oh, this would just be temporary, right? You'd get out of me once we're out of the cabin.
Look, I don't want to be stuck with you any more than you want to be stuck with me. You're my murderer. All I see when I look into your eyes is the thing that ran at me with the point of a blade aimed for my heart. So, you're not exactly my first choice, but you're also my only choice.
It sounds to me like she'd be a lovely roommate.
If I let you in, do I still get to be in control?
There's only one way to find out.
That's not very reassuring.
What's another voice rattling around in here? We'll be fine.
It's pretty crowded already, wouldn't you say? She's not exactly friendly.
Neither is he.
I'm being perfectly respectful considering the stakes of the situation. Don't push my goodwill.
Take your time.
Back out.
I'll be waiting. I'm very good at waiting.
Can we still do... We can still do Slay the Princess harder. That's what I want to do. It seems like... Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts?
She might be making it hard for us to kill her body, but those bones look very real. Maybe breaking them breaks her.
Or maybe burying them would put her to rest. Don't take any piece of her outside of this cabin. Maybe you should stop looking for loopholes and try harder to actually slay her.
How?
But we are trying.
What if I buried your bones outside?
Those are just bones. They aren't me. Bury them, destroy them, whatever. That dusty pile of death is just a reminder of what you've done. It's not a fix for anything.
Smash her bones, slay... No. Slay the princess harder, leave her in the basement, let her possess you, say no to... That's interesting. There's 5 choices. Now's the time to save, I guess. I want to see what happens if we go for the bones. Like, I think what I'm gonna do as a strategy for these routes, just as a sort of a mental. What I like is the idea of committing to a point of view. So what that means is, if we started by trying to kill her, then trying to kill her should be what we do first, and we should only back down and try other options when we have to, or when we're coming back a second time through the same path. So this is the version that just is like, nah, I want to kill this. I'm not going to trust her. I'm not going to let her in. I'm not going to do anything. I want to kill her. I think going for the bones isn't going to work any more than slay the princess harder is, but I'm still going to try it.
You push through the princess and rush the pile of bones on the floor, swinging your fist down and smashing through what remains of her ribcage. The ancient bones splinter, then crumble, reduced to dust almost instantly.
Even after what I've said, you still gave it your all. Such a disappointing choice. I don't think I like the person behind those eyes. I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here, together. All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
Oh, good.
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then...
Well, she did warn about this.
Yes? Nothing happens.
Oh.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Did you miss?
No.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is.
Oh dear.
A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Slay the princess or die. Slay!
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
And we get the achievement, Heart Ripper. There are worse fates to suffer than a broken heart.
Did we get her?
Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Wraith.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her again.
It's just the woods. The woods look fucked up. I'm going to do something very quickly. I'm going to save and load, because I want to see what happens. I want to see if it's the same path if we go slay the princess harder.
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
Really?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment. She draws in close.
I was willing to let bygones be. All I ever wanted was to leave this place.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There's lots of little branches to the same
Here
result.
we go again. Off to slay her again.
Well, that's interesting. I can replay a line if I save and then load on that same line. Because I don't think I can do it with here. Yeah. But nothing.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
Voice of the cheated. Now, we saw that one yesterday, but I'm trying to remember which version of the game gave him to me. It was not freeing her. It was not locking her in the basement. Acceptance. So the fifth one, or the second last one we did. Well, the one where we hesitated, perhaps? Well, we'll find out eventually, but this makes sense. If you get a new voice every time you die based on how you die, but they wouldn't want to have a voice for every unique death state, because it would be more fun to meld voices together that are familiar, that are like, you know, from other places, you know. Like, it would be a shame if you could never get Contrarian to talk to anybody else because his path ends faster. The deck's stacked.
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer.
What I also find interesting is that we're pretty cognizant and aware of what happens to us and the order it happens to us in. However, we never comment on the creation of a new voice, and the new voice always seems to be aware of everything that's happened up till now.
And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory.
And the voice of the cold is here, yeah.
Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
This is your fault. You.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. Yes, and then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real.
Right.
Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
Something else we haven't tried. Turn around and leave. And why should we help you? All you're going to do is lock us away forever again.
Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise. Oh yeah, sure, that changes everything. I mean, he did promise. And you believed him?
Yeah, are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
You're a fuckhead.
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
What about the differences in the path in the woods, the cabin, and all that?
I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
Cole, is there a reason why you're giving him capital H's as though you're referring to God?
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do that now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever.
It'll do so until the weird collection of hands decides to grab whatever princess is left, I assume.
Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. How convenient, everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
On
second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
What happens if we don't go to the cabin? I know we've gone through this a lot, but I am tempted to save and find out, because if it is another branch of different, then it might be worth pursuing, but if it is going to do what it's done before, then that would be good to know.
Then she finds a way out on her own. Ugh, of course she does. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's got to be better, right? No, it's strictly worse. But she can't kill us out here. Why would staying out of killing distance be worse if she's getting out regardless? Because it's cowardly, for starters, and because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options. The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
I mean, the good ending is sort of being proven as an actual conclusion here, because, yeah, the narrator is not wrong. The reason why we have problems is because we elected to continue.
How are we supposed to decide on anything if you just keep coming up with new rules? Since when is there a wrong way to slay her?
Alright, just to see what happens, I'm going to hit turn around and leave. If it changes, though, I might reload anyway, because I don't want to... I'd rather keep to the forward personality type. It's just that I want to see if it's the same thing we already experienced, because then I'll know that I don't have to come back for it.
I'm begging you, don't do this. You're going to damn everything to oblivion. You have to do something. You can't just walk away. Yet here we are, walking away despite your protestations. You can only bend the rules so much, huh? You can talk all you want, but you can't really do much of anything, can you? Ugh, fine. You walk down the path away from the cabin. For all our sakes that you change your mind before it's too late.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting fuzzy.
That's familiar.
What's going on? Where are we? I don't know, but it feels like home.
That son of a bitch flipped over the table, didn't he?
Aha. This is a nightmare. Wake up.
You're here to slay her.
Yep. That's pretty familiar. Okay. That was good to check. Doesn't branch off into a new permutation. It just does the same sequence. Proceed to the cabin.
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care.
Yeah, it was slightly different in that I wasn't familiar with what the creature was, but I didn't really dwell on that.
It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
You trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
Cabin.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward.
Ha!
The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
I wonder how he recorded these lines. I wonder if he did the scenes with the hot swapping the voices as the lines came, or whether he picked a voice and did it all day. I wonder if such a method or the other was given by the director, or whether it was up to the actor of, hey, here are the two. Because I think that there are actors who would be better suited by, if not insist on, keeping to one voice and doing everything in that voice for the sake of keeping that voice's consistency correct. But there are others who would not struggle so much with consistency of the voice's sounds and inflections, but would find it more important to prioritize correct context, and that is much easier when you're not chopping the scenes up. Of course, 99.9% of voice recordings, you're not playing every part of the conversation, so you have to deal with blank space. Unless you're in person with the rest of the cast, which does not happen much. But, this is a special scenario. I think I would try to take advantage of that. I think I would quite enjoy being able to do the through line of an entire scene and have the control over the context. Though, that is what I do when I am voicing a game on the stream, because I have to swap all the time. Because I don't get to do it in advance. So, that's what I'm used to. Let's pretend there's a mirror at the end of this hallway, and that right now we can't see behind it. What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement.
Oh.
The way to the basement? Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do.
I like this guy. Did you say this was your favorite? I forget which one you said was your favorite. You said a few of them were your favorites, but you said one of them was your favorite.
Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
I don't think we have to... I don't think we get to talk about reality. Reality ain't happening today.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Somebody's watching me. It's
We've
my
always
anxiety.
been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over.
Besides, if I was bothered about being watched while I play video games, I would have had trouble long ago.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Wipe the mirror clean.
Here we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Hey, girl.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
Well, we're not talking today.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Look, I killed you once, you killed me once. Are we not even?
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas. I think my vote's the only one that counts.
What do you mean? Look, we're even now. I killed you, then you killed me. What? That's what I said. Water under the bridge, right?
And you think that's even? How adorable. But I think you forgot about the part where you tried killing me again.
Yeah, but I didn't succeed.
If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
I thought you couldn't possess me on your own. I thought I needed to agree to it.
That was then. This is now. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Fun.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know.
Oh, and what's that?
Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
And how do you do that? You don't have a will to wield. Your soul is in drained of courage.
You might have to speak up, lady.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Vive la Révolution would not go along with what the princess wants. Throw myself into the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Even if you throw yourself into the abyss, you still lose.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward. the darkness swallowing you whole.
The Exorcist the Third. When taken against your will, deal with your enemy the only way you can. Wonder why it's got the 3. Curiously, this achievement is more common than Heart Ripper. 29.2% have this. 28.2 have the one that came before it.
Why do you hate me?
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall.
There's a lot more laughs here than there were in the voice.
What an end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
What do you mean what happens now? You wanted this.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Oh? And why is that?
You should have better punch into your head. You left. Go on.
Yeah, well, he was there a second ago. Let me get that line back. No, do it. God damn it. It's just you and you and you and me.
He's gone. But
Hello. Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel a something, a mass, a growth, torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
But you don't answer her before something takes her and leaves something in her place. You feel a force underneath your feet once more.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't even know how we'd go about looking for her.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. We just can't win. Don't bother looking for her. I'm sure it's just a waste of time. He is. He was never going to outlast us. Good riddance.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
Approach.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They are gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh look, it's the same thing it was last time. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. You're at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Right. So the hands are the entity holding the princess of the moment. I didn't really quite understand that on a visual sense the first time. When we came here yesterday, the horrible amalgamation princess was the one in its hands, and so I thought it was just that was it. I thought that was what I was looking at, the whole thing. But of course, when we did the nose, all we ever saw were the hands, and I just thought that was because we weren't fully in there. But no, this thing's going to look different every time we come here with something else. Well, we've been through all of these.
I am solitary lights,
What do you mean?
thoughts without
I'm a person.
a person, a set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
It also does not speak with a voice actor when I don't bring it this thing needs a princess to function at all. It moves her mouth with its hands.
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her that?
You speak in circles.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Are you what sent me to slay her? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
I think we need to try and attack her, because that's what we've been doing the whole time. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
And if I try to destroy myself? You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But there is no exit. But this vessel is a creature of perception. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
She said the same thing about the last princess. This vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget if you believe she can. Yes. She has a knife if you believe she's armed. She can die if you believe she can. But she's not dead if you believe she isn't. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done.
What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know?
Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived.
How much will I forget?
Everything.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
So I'll need to do a few playthroughs then? And what if I don't do it?
Then we will be here forever.
Well, I don't need you to crash my game. Alright, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. A driven heart. Bring the wraith
You're on a path in the woods,
to her.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Well, now we're in the second cycle. We have not brought her the original one, the one we did yesterday. We cut that short by doing all of the opting out. Now we're in the loop. So, I think this time I kind of want to see the prisoner path. I expect it won't let me do the one I just did. Because, well, here's the thing, right? Like, I would assume that with there being 3 chapters, that there are ways to turn the Spectre chapter into something else, into a different chapter 3. But perhaps the game won't allow you to bring 2 versions. Like, it didn't let me do the Stranger again, but then the Stranger didn't branch again, so I don't know. However, it didn't let me go back into any chapter 2 that I had said no to, so... I don't know that that's... I don't know that it will let me in. Anyway. I will take a quick bathroom break, but I will be back. There is dissent and disagreement in the chat. We do not know whether the game will let me return to the Spectre. I'm guessing it won't, based on what I saw last time. However, there is an argument. So the next one that I want to push at is the prisoner, and the reason why is because I want to see if my theory is correct on how the consequences manifest in that one. I'll explain that again once we get to it. But I suppose I could save and quickly test to see if the Spectre is available, and then just reload. That way we'll know for sure if TW Fall is right, or if everyone else is. I am curious enough to want to find out.
You're here.
Don't need to have this opening conversation every time. I don't think it affects anything about the choices you make afterwards.
You make your way up a wall. She will not ignore the interblade.
We still need the blade to get the prisoner, I believe, because we use it.
The door.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it.
Yeah, so let's save here. And try and trigger the Spectre and see if it stops me.
Good. She focus on the.
And there you are.
You step.
Oh, I'm so.
She.
Say the princess.
You lunge forward without. You feel
This is it. Do you?
It's like she. Yes, but it's. Is it over?
Yep. We're not allowed to commit to she's dead. That's what I thought. And the reason why I thought it wouldn't let me in was because it didn't let me redo any of the chapter 2s that I'd said no to yesterday, despite the fact that there were other paths I could easily have taken in all of those rounds. It only cuts off the princesses that have been brought to her, but it was cutting off worlds in which I did not bring princesses to her. That's why I didn't think you were right. So yes, if we want... What it means is that if you want to explore alternate outcomes to the chapter 2 that you have been into, you need to wait. You need to do them in sets of however many the game asks for. Which is a little inconvenient, but I can see why it is that way. Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, it wasn't a joke. It's interesting. That one's fully grayed out, which implies that if I click on that, I'm locked into the Spectre? Why would that be the case? Kind of want to find out now. If I what saves do I have from like the beginning? Now I have to start a new game. Well, anyway. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How?
She makes a compelling point. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do, after we talk to her.
Yeah, drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands, and
Thank you. Maybe now we can just
Talk.
against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
You're apparently going to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been.
Just how long?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall?
No, and if I'm being honest,
Have
I'm
they
more
told
inclined
you
to
I'm
trust you
allegedly
than I'm
so
inclined to trust them.
dangerous?
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Actually, I've changed my mind. I don't trust you to slay the princess. I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Maybe I will just put this here so it's not cutting off the dialogue at the bottom.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
There's no way to not block something because her dialogue can be anywhere on the screen, but at least it won't block the narrator lines.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Now, why would that be cut off? And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. Is someone else here?
We've already tried those. Let's go back to the bottom.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. The knife.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too... As the princess approaches... Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Yeah, the narrator's doing a bit of a bastardry here.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me.
Stop resisting. Okay, cop. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Neither her nor I seem to feel an awful lot of pain, though we do in other routes when she was grabbing us and pulling our heart out.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Throat slit was so clean it didn't even set off pain signals. It's a good blade. Perhaps it's just the way the blade works.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
It's more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing really just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very... Let's say for a moment, if you're back here, I'm assuming you died. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do. Which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question... What do you mean? Yes, but in this purely hypothetical, if it's the latter, do you think the people there lived... What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but you're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
We'll talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How's she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything.
I'm not checking my pockets, I know what's in there.
You decide to leave your pockets unchecked. See? You two are the only ones who care about this little aside.
No, that's not it. It's just that I've seen this shit before.
People locked her in that basement, and
Being cagey.
I've told you everything you need to know. Not to sound like a broken record. Look. Oh, of course you're special. Yes. Right. We're here because we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. Great.
Alright, proceed.
A warning before you go any further.
Go on, you doubt she did see another soul. From everything that's been seen so far, the world only has me, the princess, the cabin, and the path. Well.
She will lie. She will cheat. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Yeah! Monkey Island 1. Every time you escape from the cannibals' jail, they reinforce the door. Of course, you escape through a hole in the wall or in the floor or something, so that you never actually touch the door, but the door changes. Gets stronger and stronger until eventually it becomes incredibly anachronistic. That is exactly what the prisoner means. She's probably going to be like... Well, it depends on if we're going to loop multiple times. Like, if this is the only time it's going to happen, then she's going to have like 9,000 chains attached to every bloody spare limb, neck, and whatever other part of the body can have something wrapped around it. But if they're going to loop a bunch of times, then she's just going to have the second unused chain attached to her. But she's definitely going to be more strapped up than she was.
The only furniture of note is an iron table bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I think this time we don't take it. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope
But there was a mirror a second ago.
and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Yeah, no blade. Take into the basement.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Huh.
Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again? Yes, I'm sure, and I've already got a plan for that. Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world-ending monstrosity your only weapon, because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon.
Unless I've decided to arm the princess.
Peachy, we'll be fine. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Hey, don't I get a say here? What's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful. You do exactly that,
Okay.
sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Well, we're not going to be able to use the same technique as we did in Chapter 1 to get her out of... Well, I mean, we could, but... Yep, there is still an extra chain that isn't being used.
So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her there. No, again, I like committing to what the original thought was for the first time I run through this. This is the go all the way cycle. This is when whatever I decide to do in the first loop, I will attempt to do again in the next one until I run out of options to do so. So we'll talk to her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Well, you did last time.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true.
Finally with us then, eh?
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth.
Huh.
I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Huh.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
Right. That's not great. It's starting to seem more like we're the problem than the princess. Especially since our reward is being locked away forever. Perhaps we are the princess.
I won't.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I wasn't. I was having a conversation with myself. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
I don't know how that's gonna go. Neck, lady.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
There you go.
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Perhaps she would if we believed she would.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Well, if you couldn't leave... why are you a threat?
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle, too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
You let me do it last time.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
Well, now that she's presented this option to me, I absolutely must take it because I must see how it goes.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
That other chain on the wall, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
Take a look at the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
Well, why would we put our fucking wrist into it?
I am.
You can inspect it without going,
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism.
Oh boy.
Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
That chain's real good at its job.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Prison of the mind.
Yes.
Become your own jailer. Surely we could reach our feet out to get that knife.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch?
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Did you know that this was going to happen to me?
No.
So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
You're not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Wait.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Oh, of course.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then... And...
Uh-oh.
I think he's gone.
She's out of the cabin.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Oh, that was quicker. But you do not get the chance to respond. Nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Quicker, but also far slower. Good point, Quad.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is not the end. This is the end for you. It's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
And yet there isn't. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. The achievement is called the bloat. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
You're the same being as you were before. How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
There is a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I cannot be as I was before. There are new spaces that I must fill.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Not in my experience. Just about everybody I know prefers gifts to be small ones, maybe. But most people I know get anxious around the idea of spending money on something someone doesn't want. So things are normally in the open. The most amount of mystery we all tend to prefer is, here's a list of things, all of which would make me equally happy, choose. Except my dad, but, well.
Do not worry. There are no wrong
Oops. Damn it, I really wish that wouldn't happen. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. Do you have any thoughts on this, Vessel?
This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Yeah, like saying I want an RPG and then letting someone decide what kind of RPG would be good for you. Yeah, there's ways to make that work, but certainly the people that I buy gifts for and the people who are likely to buy gifts for me, there is a general sense of, what do you want? It's a conversation that happens. I don't know many others who will just opt for the surprise and expect surprises in return. Except when it's small, spontaneous things. When it's an expected gift-giving occasion, it's like, you know, the value of surprise is less than the displeasure of waste and letdown. Risk-averse, shall we say. She was cold. Do you want a blanket next time? Thing is, we don't know what princess we're making until after we've made the decisions. There's a sort of clinical way to look at it in that there is really no role-playing once you get deeper into this. You just have to experiment with different ways of being. Like, I could say this, you know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? But I don't know that that makes sense anymore. Maybe it did for the first version, but we acted in exactly the opposite way the second time through. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change and grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
How many more do you need?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build upon. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Well, I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
I hate that. Everything goes dark and you die. A patient heart. Bring the prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So, should we leave the blade this time and get something entirely new? Or should we continue to poke at one of the other worlds that we got a glimpse of before? I think we'll try to aim for something entirely new this time, but then go back to the ones we're familiar with, or at least saw a glimpse of after this. I don't want to run out of brand new ones, but a brand new one would be interesting.
You're here. Look, why never am called and the more does you I'm here. Oh, I like it that then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I've never said that before. That's fun.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Ignore him.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement.
No.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice
Interesting.
softly carries up the stairs.
That the narrator did not object to me walking past the blade.
Hello? Is someone there?
Fuck, that's very different.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you! Lie. I'm here to save you! Hey, I think I'm here to slay you? Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Right, this is a very different princess, good god.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
Do we have a name?
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I'm the first person you've seen in a while. What have you been eating? Or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. That's interesting. She didn't say anything. She just looks like that. God. For some people, this is the first thing they say. But I wanted to see for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous. I don't like that, but I don't like this either. I was hoping you'd tell me. It's like the only good answer I can think of. Well, we'll try. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information. I've never said that before, so let's say it.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
You can go get the blade. And try to get her out of here again. I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I just stayed for a while and kept you company? Maybe then we could all be happy?
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I mean... It's not blocking anything so far. We just did a free her path, so variety is good, right? We could go for locking her in. I wonder if that's going to go the same way it did before. In which case, we've gotten some new stuff out of it, but not as much. But of course, other than the way that one ends, we didn't proceed into Chapter 2. Yeah, the base princess is completely different, that's it, yeah. I mean, I'd lean towards locking her because that's something we have not tried before, except in the run that we didn't continue on with.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
I think this is going to go into that same one where we locked her away, but I mean, we still need to see that path. We're sticking to the plan, locking her away.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your way. You close the basement door. Lock. You settle in against the... It isn't long before...
I know you're still there.
She sounds terrifying as she violently rattles the door.
When I get out of here, you don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound... No.
So all of that was just an act, was it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
But we didn't. Or did we, in some way?
You try and stumble to your feet. It isn't all at once. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course.
So helpless.
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her...
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
I think it might be how things end. I think it might be how things end.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Wouldn't be the first time!
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us?
The paranoid is here! Very good. I'm a little concerned by the fact that the chapter is called The Nightmare. I expect the horror game aspect's going to come out again. But it's okay.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all. Those are two... Let's say, if you're back here, we couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't. All we did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for you? No comment. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us?
There are very few paths that don't embrace the horror aspects. Well, I mean, you know, the prisoner was alright, apart from the shackling.
Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working.
Yeah, that's not great.
And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Nothing.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us?
I think he wants us to slay her.
I want you to succeed.
Just being around the princess in the end shut down all of my organs. What the fuck am I supposed to do about that?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
To quote you from last time around, she's just a princess. How can you possibly justify saying that? She's clearly something far, far worse.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Who locked her in the basement? What is that place?
People locked her. Look, you can't just goad us into doing something by calling us special. It's manipulative. Why are you trying to manipulate us? I don't know, I kinda like being special. Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here. I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her. I know it doesn't seem fair, but that's just the way it is. And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job. We don't. You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave.
I've told you everything you need to know. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. Not to sound like a broken record, but he isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him. Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already.
I like how not a single voice likes the narrator.
Do you see the way he keeps pushing us? We have to get out of here. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
And we leave.
A warning. She will lie. She will cheat. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Oh god, what's it gonna be in there?
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
We're calling this inviting?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Motherfucker, look, there's shit in the windows.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Cabin's different.
Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here.
There's 4 of her.
Calm down. Maybe the 3 of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. So focus up. You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
It doesn't matter.
But it does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? Exactly. Everything he's saying is carefully crafted lies. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. But there was a mirror a second ago. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
I feel like I want the blade for this one.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
I feel like a bomb would be... I feel like that could harm us quite a bit.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Cool. enter the basement.
You cross over the threshold
Fuck's sake.
and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
Funny how he always finds a way to say that.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Oh boy.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard, but then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
We don't need a plan. I'm just gonna kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Step off into the void between the stairs. Continue down the stairs in silence. Maybe if we wield certainty, we might be alright. You don't need a plan, I'm just gonna kill her.
Finally, a voice of reason. The rest of you should take notes. You know why I'm being a pessimist. I'm just asking questions. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
Left.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Left.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Fucking
I told
what?
you I was going to find you.
Why is your face a baby?
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. 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 Heart,
Lungs and livers and bladders and hearts.
nerves.
You'll always save a bundle when you buy our GeneCo parts. Spleens, intestines, spines and brains.
Liver,
All at warehouse prices, but the quality's the same.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
What are you doing?
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left.
Yes, I'm sure.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
I'm sorry, I just got that other song stuck in my head when he does this.
Heart, lungs. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Lungs,
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
heart.
I mean, I want to do everything, but like, you know, a bit at a time.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us.
Liver.
Why?
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Heart, lungs,
You see that not working. I don't think she's quite all here.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
Why won't you finish me off?
liver.
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop.
Hey, snap out of it.
Okay, deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs,
One
liver,
moment,
nerves,
and then
heart,
you're
lungs,
gone.
liver,
Just
nerves,
like
heart, lungs,
that.
liver, nerves,
Ah,
heart,
and
lungs,
there's the
liver,
fear.
nerves, heart, she pulls away. Liver,
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it?
liver,
I've already
nerves,
done that.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
What happened after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then, well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can leave without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Nerves,
Don't
heart,
we all?
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me.
Well, if the voice of the paranoid was created in direct response to how we died last time, I can see why he's useful in preventing it from happening again.
You seem miserable.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
What if I let you out? What then? Do we go our separate ways?
Oh no, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends, even.
I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, 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 lungs, liver, nerves.
I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave.
I know. You told me last time. Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance. I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am I'm going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it. I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid.
So that sounds like bad stuff. I don't think the world should have that happen to it.
The world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
People will die if you do to them what you've done to me.
But everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again. All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen, and maybe do a little unwinding myself. Is that really so much to ask?
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
You are insane. You know that, right?
I am what I am, and right now, I'm in control. So, you might want to be a little nicer to me.
She raises one long gloved finger, its tip hovering just over your skin, seeming to enjoy the lingering threat. But she withdraws, sparing you another momentary glimpse of death. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
If you want to work together, could you at least turn off the whole organ shutting down situation?
Like I said, I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
What happens if I refuse to let you out? What do you do then?
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Then we're stuck down here together until you change your mind.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear. No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Or until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out.
It ends when those hands grab you. That's when it ends.
And a lot can happen before then.
But I suppose I
I'm
don't know
sure I can get creative.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Being around you is agony. I'm not going to stick around.
Oh, we both know that you don't have a say here, so you should just look on the bright side. Well, I'm not sure what the bright side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you look hard enough.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
I'll just die then.
And then we'll wind up right back where we started. Round and round we'll go. I wonder what will be different next time. Maybe you'll actually be able to move a limb. Who knows?
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
But I'm always going to win.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
You sure about that?
Nerves,
Give it enough tries and I'm bound to win eventually, and maybe you don't get to come back like I do.
Is that a bet you're willing to take? Imagine climbing a mountain of lifetimes. And when you finally reach the summit, when you finally win, the only view you find is me. And then I push you, and you go tumbling all the way down those millions upon millions of battered and broken pieces of you that couldn't make the cut. What then? Would you have it in you to climb again? It sounds like a lot of effort for nothing. When instead we can just leave this place together, hand in hand.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
And if I just kill you?
The princess cocks her head, neck cracking uncomfortably, and you can't help but imagine a smile carve its way from ear to ear on the other side of her mask.
Thinking about that knife, are we?
It is still in my hand.
Heart, lungs, liver.
Go ahead. Put that little theory to the test. See how it plays out. But I don't think you're going to like what happens.
I don't think I usually do.
Because even if you make me dead, you're not getting out of here. This place is mine. And I'm not giving you the stairs unless I'm leaving with you.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
So,
heart,
choices.
liver.
I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try to kill you, so do your worst. Toss the blades. Stay.
Nerves, heart, lungs,
Okay, let's get out of here. Leave together. Fine, you win. I'll let you leave.
nerves,
Run.
lungs, liver, nerves,
Or
heart,
slay the princess.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
Kind of want to see what happens when we try to kill her.
Lungs, liver.
Because, like, I'm not sure how ghostly versus... I mean, she's fading in and out, so it's probably going to be ghost shit again.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Try it.
lungs.
This path is already worn by travel
Liver,
and has been seen by one of my many eyes.
nerves,
You cannot walk it again.
liver, nerves.
Change your course.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Is that the arm thing?
Liver, nerves,
Wait,
heart,
what?
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
What the
lungs,
fuck does that
liver,
mean?
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
That was the arm thing. That was the hand.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
Which
liver,
means...
nerves, heart,
Hold on.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Which means she's already...
lungs, liver,
Does that
nerves,
wrap
heart,
itself
lungs,
around
liver,
to the
nerves,
first one?
heart,
Because it's about
lungs,
killing her. Does that
liver,
wrap itself
nerves,
around to her
heart,
taking the same...
lungs, liver, nerves,
So I can't
heart, lungs,
do that
liver,
because it would then lead me to a
nerves,
chapter 3 I've already
lungs,
done.
liver, nerves, heart,
That leads to
lungs,
Wraith.
liver,
Yeah,
nerves,
Wraith. That's the one we
heart,
did before.
lungs, liver,
Fucking...
nerves,
Okay.
heart, lungs,
In that
liver,
case,
nerves,
um...
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Well, the first
lungs,
time we
liver,
went with killing, and the second time
heart,
we went with helping her
lungs,
escape.
liver, nerves,
And we
heart,
already
lungs,
locked...
liver,
Let's... I think
nerves,
remaining
heart,
with her
lungs, liver, nerves,
is the
heart,
closest to leaving her
lungs,
locked in the
liver,
basement that we have.
nerves, heart,
And it
lungs,
sounds new.
liver,
So I'm not
nerves,
doing any of this. I'm not going to help you leave. I'm not going to try and kill you. Do your worst. I'm throwing the blade away and I'm staying with you in here. We're gonna...
lungs,
I'm gonna Arvin Sloan you. I'm gonna lock you in a box forever.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
That would be why people could get to Wraith without having their heart ripped out. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Nerves,
It's a little bit of a shame. I don't necessarily want a path to be achievable through
nerves, heart,
multiple ways
lungs,
because
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
it means that it's not like a full grand. Well, I mean, it probably still is mostly.
Heart, lungs, liver.
And I guess it would make sense because it's a very similar concept, isn't it? She already hates you. She's already sort of like ghostly in this form as well. There's enough similarities that I can see it wrap around.
Liver, nerves, heart.
Would we still?
lungs,
But
liver,
like,
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
we wouldn't have the
heart,
voice of the
lungs,
cold.
liver,
We'd probably still get the
nerves,
voice of the
heart,
cheated, but we
lungs,
wouldn't have the voice of the
liver,
cold. We'd have the voice of the
heart,
paranoid.
lungs, liver,
So it would be worth doing the
heart,
Wraith
lungs,
from this
liver,
path to find
nerves,
out how
heart,
the paranoid
lungs,
changes things.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
I don't know how much it would change
lungs, liver.
But of course, we could probably
heart,
change the way we
lungs,
handle the
liver,
Wraith as well.
nerves,
I don't
heart,
remember what the choices
lungs,
were in there. But
liver,
it seems like there's always.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
So yeah, so
nerves,
the next time we
lungs,
want to go
liver,
for the Wraith, we should come
nerves,
through here.
Heart, lungs,
Because now we know that
liver,
that exists.
nerves,
Good. I'm glad I clicked on
heart,
it.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Toss the blade.
lungs,
Remain with your
liver,
nightmare.
Nerves.
Are you
heart,
serious?
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
You fling the
nerves,
blade into the
heart,
void,
lungs,
denying
liver,
yourself the
nerves,
opportunity
heart,
to ever
lungs,
slay her and
nerves,
finish your
heart,
mission.
lungs, liver,
Nobody's happy here,
nerves,
but
heart,
maybe
lungs,
it's for the best.
nerves,
You
heart,
poor deluded
lungs,
thing.
liver,
Do you
nerves,
think a single
heart,
moment of
lungs,
bravery
liver,
changes you
nerves,
into something
heart,
you're not?
lungs, liver,
I am what I am.
lungs,
And you're
liver,
always
nerves,
going to be a
heart,
coward.
lungs, liver.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind.
Fun.
Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
Okay.
No.
Let me out.
Let me out. Scream and shout. Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
No.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Art team overworking in this one.
Let me out!
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out!
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out!
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you.
No. You just broke him.
I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Interesting. Your body is dead. But you live on. Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 5, Chapter 6. Oh my fuck! The moment of clarity!
You're on a path in the...
Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
I don't know! But the narrator's back, so there's that. Okay. Look, I would stop here, given the time, but I feel like I could. I would assume I can get to the hands within the next 20-30 minutes. I can push on.
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
Now, Voice of the Broken is here.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
How many voices do we have now? We have the voice of the opportunist.
No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever.
And the stubborn.
I think.
We're supposed to be unfeeling.
And the cold.
How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere.
And the hunted.
There's nothing for us to do. We've
the
already
contrary.
tried everything. We love her.
Ah!
So we have to set her free.
Mate, I don't know what the fuck creates you, but the voice of the smitten. There, you sound like you got some problems, bud.
Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
Right, take this one out the back and shoot it.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
I don't know. I think they're all wrong.
Of course we're wrong.
She's the only thing that's right. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
Getting back to his earlier question, how many times have you all been here?
Many times.
Right.
It feels like we've been here forever. But it also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine, it just goes on and on.
But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make those decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it?
The fucking woods, mate.
Shut up. You were here.
Every single time.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order.
And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
Uh-huh.
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
Huh. First time I found infinite princesses, now I found infinite me's. To infinity and beyond. If I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
Maybe you're shattered in your own way.
Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment? Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere. Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers. And they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do, because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us.
And then she smashes us into smaller pieces. If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago.
Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
So everybody is, yeah, like basically we are frozen. We have so much emotional outburst from all the ways in which we have failed. Every aspect of us is fighting. Cold seems to be the only one that isn't like emotional in it, because his whole thing is not being emotional, but like everybody else is very extreme and non-functioning version of themselves, shall we say. What if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that.
It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her.
The deck is stacked.
So many paths, and they're all circles.
Can you make sense of them?
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized. And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same. Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it.
You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either.
He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me.
And you're one of the ones you count as not so?
He's worse than her.
Proceed to the cabin. The only way out is to do nothing, so nothing I will do. Stay where you are. Let's save. And try stay where you are.
You do nothing. You can't just do nothing. You have to do something.
That's a new one. Huh. Do you think it'll work? No. Nothing ever works.
Oh, the broken.
Boo! You're the worst one. He's not the one who got us into this mess. At least I keep you breathing around her.
Yeah, lungs, liver, bladder, heart, whatever.
See? That's why the sad one's the worst. The jumpy one tries. Who cares?
All of you just yap about nothing. And that kind of attitude is why you're in the top half. Great. And that's why you're not the top.
The top.
I want to see what nothing does for us. And right now all of you aren't letting nothing happen. Hopefully this stuffs all the rest of them someplace quiet. You need me, and you need to not have them.
He'll get you killed by himself.
Oh, all of us have gotten all the rest of us killed at one point or another. That's hardly even a concern now. As the little voices bicker amongst themselves, you do your best to stay still in the woods. It is difficult, and the more time you spend waiting, the harder it will be to sharpen your focus when you need it. I wonder what we look like right now. Are we standing? Sitting? I like to think we have an air of dignity.
My god, man.
My point exactly.
Continue to do nothing.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
That's new. Proceed to the cabin, because I have to.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin.
Fuck
Or
off.
rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror.
You can only go through the stages of grief on your second journey?
He always says he never sees it. He always lies.
And he always makes it gone.
Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
What's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it.
Smash it to pieces.
I think the mirror only works at the end when the narrator is gone.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's another new one. How do you keep coming up with new things? I hope this works better than nothing did. Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her.
Excalibur?
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor.
At least it's there
a
this
hint
time.
of its shining edge teasing through the sediment.
The Wraith just takes it away.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Take the blade. It's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else. Don't you remember? You have to take the blade. Well, we've got take the blade and you have to take the blade. And these three, I think, are jokes. Like, I don't think those are ever going to be unlocked in any visit to this place. Take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
Well, if it's the only way, clearly it's not a way.
You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
Your face appears a bit broken.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
And closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back.
Oh.
All that's left is for you to take my hand and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too.
Her face is doing what a sprite in Trails in the Sky does when you, when it's not supposed to be there. It's a game that was not created, I believe, for widescreen, and so, because the PC port is widescreen, occasionally there'll be a sprite off on the far edge that just explodes into pieces.
A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything.
Oh, nice.
Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
You're just an object. A tool. You once were something else a long time ago, but was that something you? Or is it just a dull, jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
Are those your hands? The princess. Exhausted. Slumps.
Why is it so cold?
The voices get one last blow against the narrator. The voices haven't said anything in a while. No, they weren't her hands. Those are. You do not get the chance to respond. Nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Finally, we can smash it.
Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Is this where Contrarian says no? No. Approach the mirror. You step toward the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden, its mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay.
Huh.
The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The decay. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is a waiting maw, an inevitable destination where all roads end. She will make for a wise heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, my awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of self-knowledge.
You know what happens to the worlds we leave behind.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences. You have your responsibilities, and I have mine.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to contemplate the gifts you bring me.
How many more do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Well, then I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. A wise heart. Bring the moment of clarity to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
So, Gav, are you having fun? I don't know that fun is the appropriate emotion to bring to this table. Perhaps from a certain perspective of engagement, I would say that enjoyment as a word suits it. I don't know about fun. And I don't say that as a negative. I'd say that this is a very engaging work. And I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes next. I haven't seen a voice of the fun haver. It's very much a work that is comfortable in darkness and hopelessness. At least for now. Closest thing I can think of that was also a work in darkness and hopelessness is Clair Obscur, but I resented that because it surprised me in ways I was not expecting it to, and veered off in directions I was not particularly impressed by. I won't elaborate. I tend not to elaborate on that because anybody listening might not have played the game, and I don't want to ruin what is a good experience for most people. It wasn't an entirely bad one for me. Certainly fun to play. The Smitten is having fun, I think. Yes. Contrarian and Opportunist can have fun in their own way. We'll need to get to know the Opportunist and the Smitten. We have not found their main paths yet. We've only done we've done 4 main paths, but one of them doesn't count for this playthrough, right? We've done the Contrarian's main path, we've done the Cold's main path, we've done the Paranoid's main path, and we've done the Skeptic's main path. But we've also met the Cheated in one of our chapter 3s. Though I imagine there's more from him. There's probably other voices that we've already met that have some chapter 3 involvement that comes from different permutations. But I would say that Stubborn and Broken and Smitten and Opportunist are ones that we haven't had much of a meeting with them yet. So yeah, I'm not sure at this point if I'm going to play this on Tuesday or if I'm going to make this a weekend game and do something else on the weekdays. There's a good chance I'll play this on Tuesday because I really want to get further into it. But allow me a day and a bit to decide. But we didn't reach a full ending today, yeah, because a proper playthrough, I mean, we've brought 3 princesses. I don't know if that's more than half, less than half, or exactly half. But we'll get a better idea. I definitely want to at least get to an ending that isn't the shorter ones that I encountered before. That's the good ending was quite funny. How are we for achievements? Let's see. 22. We've done 16% of the game in 2 streams. That's not bad. Anyway. Think it's going to be 7? You think we're going to bring 4 more? Could be. Find out maybe Tuesday, maybe Saturday. Fairly well.